Hey, 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 we back with Chop It Up with Coco. I got a very special guest, man. I got the guy that made a lot of things happen for me when I was in college. His name is Edward Joseph, but I call him Eddie Joe. Eddie Joe, how you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm fantabulous, baby. How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm happy now that you're on the tube, man. I had to get you on here. So, man, I'm doing this bio, man. I already talked to you about it a little bit. I'm doing a bio on my football career, man, as a little kid, all the way through pro football. And now I'm at one of my most important stops, man. That's college. So we Leathernecks. But I want to talk about a lot of things you did for me. Like I said, when we were at school, man, we never really told each other, in our era, how we was, our pride. We wasn't going to tell a guy, man, I look up to you or I appreciate you that way. But now that we grown with our kids and living life, man, I want you to know you meant a lot to me in my life. You did a lot for me. I was on here with Coach Ball and Frank and all these guys, and I laughed, man. I told them I appreciate Eddie Joe, and I asked a lot of questions. But what I really, really, really appreciate you most, man, is like you one of the only guys that didn't laugh at your boy, man, when I came to Western. When I came to Western, man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thought I was a DB. They was like, what you play, DB? What you play, receiver? And I was like, no, I play running back. So they cracked up. But the only man that looked me in the face, man, you know what I'm saying, that didn't laugh at your boy was you, Eddie Joe. So I wanted to let you know, man, I really appreciate you, man, for what you've done. Go ahead and tell everybody, man, what was your experience at Western Illinois, man, the Leathernecks?
Oh man, Western Illinois was my second stop. As a lot of people knew that was on the team, but a lot of people didn't know I was a graduate of the College of DuPage, the Chaparrals. We had an undefeated record the 2 years that I was there. So I had came from.
Y'all didn't lose a game in 3 years.
In 3 years. So I had came from a winning program, and I knew what it took to have a winning program, and it was really the camaraderie of the players. And the camaraderie of the players, it wasn't a loser's type of mentality and attitude. The attitude that I had at College of DuPage was a together brotherhood, white, black, Hispanic, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? We melted and fused all together to be one. And that's why we was undefeated. Because, hey, everyone knew they had their job to do and they wanted to be the best. If you was 1 of 11 on the field on offense, defense, or special teams, you got it done. You got it. You took pride in kickoff and punt return and all that. So when I went to Western, I say, man, hold on, these guys got something. When I met, Lou was there, Frank was there, Knuckles, they was there, and they was all sitting in the crib. And I was like, man, this kind of like College of DuPage. And I'm like, man, we finna get this. I'm going here. And then my boy Jamal was there. Jamal was already there. So I'm like, man, I'm coming here, J. King. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hey, you know what's so funny that you say that, Eddie Joe, because you was a leader of that team. A lot of people say that, man. Everybody that I talk to, you hear them say their own, ways at Western, man. Your name always come up in the brightest light just because that was your attitude. You know what I mean? You was like, to me, you was like a big brother. You always looked out for me. But like you said, everybody was there trying to prove how good we were. But like I said, like you said, you telling your boy, you and Jamal was real tight. Hey, I'm going here and this. It was something special when y'all first got there. When we got there on a recruit visit, it was special, and we ended up winning a championship.
Right.
We won a bowl ring. You know what I mean? But you knew it. You felt it. But the way you came in, the way you carried yourself, you would have thought that you was like a 4-year starter, been there all your life, because you gelled right in. There was no misunderstandings. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to talk about to the world, man, I want your kids, I want your family and friends to know how true you really was, man. Eddie Joe, man, look.
Right.
No disrespect to a lot of our linebackers. Western known for all them NFL linebackers and defensive ends and D linemen. But I'm telling you straight up, and I said this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people said this. I've never seen you get put on your back. I've never seen you go backwards. Anybody you ran up in the hole with, you more than likely 95% from my eyes seen you win that battle. And no disrespect, our linebackers was the truth.
Right.
But you was a whole nother breed, man. You was a whole nother breed. Talk about that competitive edge, man, with them linebackers. Like I said, we are brothers, man. We Leathernecks. But talk about that. I've never seen it. I'm speaking from my eyes, and a lot of running backs said that, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But talk about that competitive nature, man, run through that hole on the linebacker or DN.
Right. It was like, you know what I'm saying, I took pride in, you know what I'm saying, not losing. And then I also took pride in to take care of my teammates. So I was like, well, if I do my job, he do his job, shit, we get a first down. So I'm like this, like, all right, cool, this the trick. Well, it's like wrestling. When you wrestle a guy, it's one-on-one. when you go up on an ISO or a down block, it's one-on-one. So if you lose the battle, guess what? You got to go at them again. So you got to go at them again. And my thing was to win the first two battles. Usually they didn't want no more.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm like, I'm gonna give them that head-to-head contact. They don't want no more. But it was, you know what I'm saying? Not boasting, but I was a wrestler in high school, and you know what I'm saying? I was really good. You know what I'm saying? I was,
your leverage was insane.
Right.
Your strength and your leverage was insane.
Yeah. I had weight. Hey, as whoever came to my house, they know I had weights in the front room.
I seen it. I went. You took me to the crib. Like I said, man, you grabbed me. You grabbed me like a little brother, man. I appreciate that. You know, you took me to the spot. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't never been home with Eddie Joe, man, they was living life in the real hood. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that was what you was made of, man. No matter what you had, how much, how little, you was a straight up real one. Like with everybody respected you because that's what you came with. You demanded respect, but you gave it. You know what I'm saying? And if you really didn't deal with them, you just didn't deal with them. But like I said, man, you was the real deal, and you always looked out for me. My thing was, I talked with Coach, and we talked about this, and I just couldn't understand. And again, it's not no shot at nobody. I feel like the NFL missed on a lot of guys. Even though over 40-some guys from Western played in the NFL, a lot of them all pros, Hall of Famers, etc., they missed out on you for this reason. My junior year, I was a backup running back to Brown Knuckles, who, by the way, went with the Rams. He was in the NFL, played for a while. But Knuckles went for Knuckles went for about 1,500, 1,600. I put another 5 on that. Crump put another 5. TK put another 3 or 4. Point being is the running backs went for about 2, maybe 25. You know what I'm saying? Behind your back. Even though the O-line was good, don't get it twisted. But we ran that offense where we played great defense, and we ran behind you. So talk about that first year, you blocking for about 3,000 yards, and then the next year, speak for itself, Stecker went for about another 25. So you had about, man, so many backs that went to the NFL. I just couldn't understand, man. You know what I'm saying? How you wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I never seen you lose a battle. You know what I mean? I just feel like the NFL missed, man. Talk about how you felt about that, man.
Oh, well, you know, it's like the luck of the draw. That's the way I feel. You know, and everybody knows if you don't have yards, you don't get in the NFL. So I thought at a point that the coaches and everyone who was supposed to know football and knew football saw what I was doing. So I never complained to coach like, hey, Coach Ball or Coach Strasheim, I'm not getting no yards. So what's going on with the productivity for me to make the NFL? Because I always made it known, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I'm going to the NFL. I know this. Hey, I'm putting backs in the league and stuff. So when I didn't get a chance to even try out, it bewildered me because I thought the coaches had my back. But if we on a winning team, all right, and we won a championship, then they know we ran a power offense. And if I was trash, I wouldn't have started the 2 years I was there. If I was trash, they would have took me out. If I was trash, then my backs wouldn't have did so much production as they did. So I, not challenge anyone, but I don't really care. But I thought the coaches was going to take care of me, and they didn't. And I didn't get my shot. But I'm glad Brian got his shot. You got your shot. And Stecker, I'm very glad that they got their shot, that you guys got a chance to experience what it was to just play on the next level. So I don't have no regrets, but I just know, and I tell anyone, don't put it on the coach to make your dream happen. And don't trust no coach to make your dream happen. And that's straight up. And I don't really care, but I trusted them coaches to make my dream happen, and they didn't. Tell me I'm not good enough in my face, and I challenge the coach. Let me run the ball. Put a fullback in front of me. How the year of spring ball, they put me on the cover of the magazine for West Illinois.
Yeah.
And they transferred 2 new backs into the school, and I didn't get a shot. And I took playing fullback because I thought I was going to get my shot, and they didn't take care of me. So I challenge any one of the coaches to come on this program, that in this platform, to tell me to my face I wasn't good enough. And I'm going to tell them, well, why you ain't say that? Why you had me slaving accenting the word slaving, running fullback.
Right. I feel you, man. I tell you what you did. You did a lot of dirty work. You did a lot of dirty work, man. And like I said, man, I'm going through this bio. Like I said, I had to get the folks on here, man. I really felt like made a difference in my career because I became somebody. When I left Western, man, things started to happen for me. But like I said, man, you was always in my heart. You always looked out for me from day one. I told you that was one of the most personal things that happened to me. It didn't bother me nothing. I was straight because I was a G here. But my mindset was everybody else kind of chuckled and you didn't. So the way I took it is like, damn, okay, big boy play fullback. He gonna make sure I'm straight and I'm gonna get through there. You know what I mean? But I just knew I had to follow you. And like I said, I see a lot of highlights, man. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see something, I shoot it to you. If I see anything that got Eddie Joe, I shoot it to you because I'm so proud of you, man. I was so happy for you. You know what I'm saying? And you had everything. You know what I mean? Like you was an absolute bruiser. You remind me of Lorenzo Neal. I want to say Lorenzo Neal that played for the Chargers for a long time. Like he gave everybody headaches. Cats didn't want to run up in that hole once, twice. You really saw what a man was made of if they come in that hole on you 3 times. You know what I'm talking about? So like I said, man, you was one of the best Leathernecks, man. I tell you that right now. One of them guys that did a lot of the dirty work. Everybody said that, man, and everybody loved you to death. Like I said, every time I see a highlight of you breaking a long run, or every time I see a highlight of you crushing somebody, and I send it to you because I want your friends and family to know that you was worthy, that you was definitely an NFL prospect that should have got that opportunity, and the NFL missed out on that. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said, the Leathernecks, we had ballers. And so my mind was that if we got all these NFL linebackers and defensive ends, man, he banging them up every day. And no disrespect to my Leathernecks, but anybody that was there in them years I was there with you, you came in from the jump, demanding respect, strength. Everything about you was leadership, man. And like I said, cats really, off your back. And that's why I got to say it like it said, like off your back, man. And it was a team thing. But like you said, it was one-on-one. If you lose them ISOs, we get tackled in the backfield. But you used to smash, and you never complain, Eddie Joe, man. So I really appreciate and applaud you, man, for that, man. You did so much for me. You did so much for Knuckles, and I'm speaking on their behalf, I'm sure. Man, you did a lot of the dirty work, dog. And so like I said, man, I had to bring that up for the simple fact that I couldn't understand that. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I wanted to give everybody a chance to speak on what they want to speak on in their platform of their career. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad we went to the same school. You made me want to go there. You know, my main reason to go to Western, Coach Ball was real with me. He told me he let me play running back or nobody else would. And then the little nigga that I grew up with, my brother, his name was Buck Phillips. Buck made me want to go. And then seeing, like I said, the guys, how the guys was, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. What I want to know in the world probably want to know too, Eddie Joe, who's responsible for you being such an amazing dog? Like straight up one of the realest niggas I ever seen in my entire life. Who's responsible for you to be the way you are, man? Like, I want this platform. I want you to talk about the people that made you who you was, man, because I ain't never heard nobody have nothing to say about you, dog. You've been always straight up. You always been real. You was a hard worker and you a go-getter. Who's responsible for that being you, dog?
Well, check this out. To be quite honest, well, everybody that saw my father, they knew he had an accent. So my father was African Panism Honduran. So he had came from Honduras. He was a black man, but he came from Honduras when he was 13, fought in the Vietnam War, and then he was a lieutenant of the fire department. So he had a good life. And he always taught me, hey, it ain't no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 70s, when he came onto the fire department, the white man used to pee on his fire clothing. You know what I'm saying? But luckily he was married to my beautiful, great mother to calm him down, to say, man, it's bigger than that. And he'd be real humble, but don't be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always had humility. And I always knew, hey, if I'm not going to wait, but I'm going to press the issue and get my chance. And that's why I always competed. But when it was time to stand up for someone, I did. When it was time to listen and learn and look, I did. So I'm gonna give that up to my father because he taught me. He was always there. Everyone knew my father. He was always there. If we was in Inglewood, he'd make me fight. I wasn't no gangbanger, and I came out of Inglewood with 2 degrees. From the College of DuPage, I got associates, and from West Illinois, I got associates. So that helped me being in a competitive edge because I played all sports. I wasn't no AAU kid. I played when guys was on the line. You had next. You had to say you had next, or you didn't.
Right. Or you gonna sit there all day and wait.
Man, or big as whoever, Coco. Hey, and Og the Pop, if you had next, you had to speak up.
Right.
Feel me? Yeah. It's always a protective edge that you gotta have. You're not gonna let no bully
Right.
people. You're not gonna belittle people. And I got that from wrestling also. Like the 103, he had just as much pride as the 200 or 189 guy.
Right.
And I was like, I'll never count nobody out because that 103, he made it something too.
Yep.
And that's how I looked at you when you came in. You like running back. I'm like, it's all good. I got dude. I'm gonna even block harder because I knew he's fast as hell and he got spunk. Right. I'm like, I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, that's what gave me that competitive edge and that humbleness and humility was my father. You know, because I saw what he went through. How you being a black man on the fire department, all Italians, you know what I'm saying? All Caucasians, and then they looking down on you like you don't belong. Hey, I belong. That's why I'm telling on this platform, and I want my idea to speak. Man, stop being aggressive to cops. Be a cop. If you're a young man with a good education and a good outlook on life, be the cop. Because instead of being 4 white cops, guess what? At least one would have knocked off the, you know what I'm saying, the guy next. Hey, stop choking him. Sometimes he needs that guy to stand up.
Absolutely
but
correct.
It's all, you know what I'm saying? So, hey that's who gave me that edge, man, was my dad.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something, man. You know, we talking real deep right now. When I get done with this Western one, I'm doing a Black Lives Matter, man. I need you on that because you absolutely correct. The mindset, we need somebody in those suits to help us out that way. And I'm telling you now, you know, if you black and you a cop, you protected. They protected. So when I do this Black Lives Matter, I'm gonna need you to come on with me, dog. But with that being said, one thing I gotta tell you that I love about you too, Eddie Joe, man, you was a voice. You know what I'm saying? You was a voice. Like we always heard your voice. When you watch these highlights, I'm gonna send you a copy. Coach Ball sent me a copy of highlights from 88 to I want to say 96. Man, it showed you so many times your voice, your runs. It showed everything about you, dog. And I just, at the end of the video, they got you. It's you. Your voice spoke volumes, dog, because everybody respected you and loved you, dog. I'm telling you, dog, for real nigga shit. People really fucked with you. Excuse my language on my tube. I don't want to curse the kids, but, man, I'm just saying it from my heart, man.
I understand.
Dealt with you, man. They loved you from the door. When you first came in the door as a Leatherneck, dog, you knew it, you felt it, you was that voice. You know what I'm saying? We had a few other voices, but not like yours. You know what I'm saying? Bruno, remember the linebacker, Bruno, he was the real deal. But your voice just carried a little more weight for me just because, like you said, you try to look out for everybody. It wasn't just me, you know what I mean? But anybody that you dealt with or felt any kind of connection with, man, you rolled for him, man. And that's just what, you know, describes you best as a human being. And like I said, man, I met your pops. You took me to the crib. I seen everything about you, man. I really applauded you for everything about it. You know what I'm saying? So I just applaud you on that, man. Like I said, go ahead on and talk to the world, man, about your family, the people that you love. But I just want your family to know this. Eddie Josephs, man. Eddie Joe, I'll call him Eddie Joe. Everybody got their little nickname, but he was Eddie Joe to me. That man was the real deal, one of the best football players. Not just no fullback. He could have played running back. If we would have power offense, put another fullback in front and let you run, man, you'd have had every touchdown. But the point is, I want your children to know, I want the world to know how true you was, how good you was. And when I put these highlights on, number 42, big boy not playing with it, running through it, the whole thing, the wiggle, the waggle, the whole nine. So I just want the world to know, man, you was the real deal because I ran behind you. I got a chance to see you do everything, nigga. When you got the ball, when I played running back and they gave you like a dive, man, you used to get through there, and I used to be so happy to see you moving and running like that. And whoever got in the way, did it.
Hey, I ran that too. They like, what are you doing? Trying to drop the hammer.
And you know, the thing about it, for you not to never carry the ball, little to none, man, you never fumbled the ball. I always seen you did the right thing. So I got to salute you, man, and let you know, man, your heart is huge like your dad. Because even though then you did all the dirty work, man, you blocked for all these people that made money off your back. Because everybody went on. I went on a long 15-year career, man, because of those highlights of what you did, and people love what I did. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, came up off your back, but I thank you, dog. I'm letting you know, thank you, man. Like I said, forever brotherhood. But you did a lot of dirty work, man. And so I wanted to give you this platform to speak on how you wanted to speak because I know you're going to say how you feel, and that's what this is all about. And I'm telling you right now, ain't no Leatherneck's going to take that the wrong way. If you don't respect it or feel it, that's on you. But you know, Eddie Joe going to tell you the way it goes. what I would love for you to do, Eddie Joe, man, speak on your family, man, your kids and things you got going on in their life. Tell the world how great they doing and talk about your own business, man.
Right.
I'm happy you a black man that own your own business through all the struggles that you went through
No doubt.
from the bottom of the mud, man. You at the top, man, got your own everything.
Yes, sir.
Talk to the world about your own business, about your kids and everything they doing, man. Go ahead and take that and run with it for me.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I have 5 kids. I had one that while I was in college. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me with you know what I'm saying? I had a Hispanic woman, and I had 3 kids by her. But while I was down there, I was taking care of child also, you know?
That's
and
tough.
that made me stronger because I had a good base, family support, and then I had it made me mature very quick. So I always was thinking about my future. What after college? What's going on after college? But a lot of people probably didn't know I was the first college grad to have associates in my family. I was the first college grad to have a baccalaureate degree in my whole family. Like, didn't nobody know? Like, I had a 2-year degree at West Illinois. I could have been a cop. I could have took up law. I could have took up education. You know, but I took up communications, not because I wasn't educated. It was all I knew. You know, I used to DJ. So from that, I gained my degree, and I'm very happy about that, that they took a chance on me and gave me a 2-year scholarship, and I utilized it the way I knew how. But when I came out, I was a supervisor of the railroad for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Then I got fired over some crap. I was a supervisor. But what helped me was I was always an entrepreneur. Everybody know when they came to the room, you get the cut. You feel me?
Yeah,
and I became
you had 100 hustles. You had 100 hustles, boy.
So I owned a barbershop, and I learned, you know what I'm saying, to be an entrepreneur. I went and got my barber's license to open up a barbershop. And after our partnership with my cousin at the barbershop, then I had went and got my trucking license. And once I got my trucking license a couple years ago, you know, I went and bought my own truck. Now I got 2 trucks.
Congrats,
and then my oldest son, who was a baby at Western, now he drives trucks. He drives one of the trucks.
I remember. You had him with you.
So I got 2, and life is so good for me because I got 2 children, and one going to be attending the University of Illinois. So I have 3 children in the University of Illinois, not the University of Illinois. You feel me? And that's a great feat for a black man in this country to come from Inglewood and to have 3 children, to go to the same university on academic scholarships, no sports. Man. You feel me?
That is amazing.
So it's like I'm greatly indebted to what I learned at Western. I'm greatly indebted to what I learned at College of DuPage, and I'm greatly indebted to the relationships that I have with the men that I have came in contact with through playing football, because it'll never be another way to judge character other than being in a melting pot with all races to see, and just to see how they live.
Correct.
Everybody not privileged that's white. Everybody not privileged that's black. Everybody not privileged that's Hispanic, Chinese. But we all got to understand one thing. I at least got to overstand, not understand where you come from.
Correct.
And in football, that's where that takes place. Or in organized sports, that's where it takes place. And that's why I am very humble, but I am happy right now. I have my own trucking company. All my children are doing fine, you know, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy, no diabetes, no high blood pressure.
Hey, you look good, man. You still swole. You know what I mean? You swole. Man, you look good, man. Hey, man, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy for you, man. I wanted the world to hear that, man. I think that's so important to see where you came from, where you at, and what you're doing. Man, because if you could do it, anybody could do it. And like I said, that's inspirational for everybody, myself included. You know what I'm saying? I know who you is, man. Like I said, a lot of people may think they know, but I know Eddie Joe. You know, I've been around you for a while. I know I've been in a spot with you. I know how you think, and I really applaud you for being a real one, dog. I'm telling you. So with this whole situation, I wanted the world to see how you was doing. Like I said, me, you, and all the Leathernecks, man. I wish the best for everybody. But to hear you doing great, your kids in college at the big boy, you know what I mean? Ain't the 1AA, that's the big boy. You know what I'm saying? And so for you to have your own business, for you to be doing all those different things, man, I salute you to hell, and I'm happy for you more than anybody in the world because I know where you started. I know where you're coming from, and I know what you're made of. You know what I'm saying? So for me, for you to do that on my bio, for you to look out for me from the jump, didn't know me from Scott, but I just knew you. I mean, you just seen that I was gonna get it. But with that being said, for you to say I wanted to make sure he was even straighter, it meant a lot to me. I remember being out in some of the spots, things jump off, and you just get to banging everybody up. You wouldn't let nobody come by me, whether I could scrap or not. You wouldn't let it go down. You just always tried to have my back, man, and I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, Eddie Joe, man, I'm really happy for you, man. I'm really, really proud of you. You know, I know you as a friend, I can't say I'm proud of you like I'm your dad, but I'm your guy. And I'm so happy to hear that.
Hey,
when I hear that, I just go for joy. Like I'm always happy for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys doing great. So, man, forever Leatherneck's man, that brotherhood, but I had to have you. But I can't wait to get this footage and put it up when they see Big 42 handling business and snapping necks and breaking long runs and the energy and the voice. And you was a voice at Western, dog. So, you know, everybody got their own opinions. Everybody got their own feelings. But there wouldn't have been no Coco Blaylock, man, at Western if you hadn't rolled for your boy the way you did. And I applaud you to the utmost respect, dog. I love you to death for it. Because like I said, little small things carry a lot of weight. And I wasn't mad at nobody, man. They laughed. I mean, I was little, 5'9", 5'10", about 160. If you supposed to crack up. But when we hit that camp, though, they seen what it was. We got up out of camp, they knew what it was. Yeah. But I really applaud you, man. Like I said.
Man, let me say something in closing. And it's been on my mind. You know, it's like we all college grads, right? And we all got to germinate. So we are big stems, and we all have children. And if we don't have children, you have nieces and nephews. And if you don't have that, you can impact someone's life. But what I'm saying is, hey, let's get off the digital feeds. And one thing we could do, hey, let's take some flights, man. I know you got passports. I know guys can lead a state. I know guys can lead a country. Hey, let's rekindle this thing.
Yes,
because I know someone can tell my child something that's great and that can stay with them for life.
Yes.
And I know I want other positive role models around my children. So if you guys don't mind, man, we can link up. I can come have dinner. If you're in Chicago, hey, come visit me.
Let's do
I'll
it.
give you my address. I'll let you come through because we need, like minds speak alike, and we need to show the influence of an educated brother. And I'm not just talking about being Pan-African as a brother. I'm talking about the brother of another mother.
All of
Hey, we were all brothers. All in West Illinois. We was all brothers.
Yes, sir.
And we never had no racial issues with the team.
Did.
So
we always brothers.
So therefore, I won't let that infuse into our relationship. But we have got disconnected. So once we get in touch off Coco's platform, and I'm so proud of you, brother, for even doing that. For even doing this, because that gives me a platform to say, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? It's Raw Dog.
Man, you couldn't have said it any better, Eddie Joe, for the simple fact, I can't wait to hug your kids. I can't wait to go take them down the street and talk about you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know how dad is. But when they come from somebody that shared that field, that war field with him, it means so much more. I would love you to hug my daughter and hug my little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hug my old lady and things like that. Because like I said, I'm real closed. I never said a lot, but to come out, I wanted to salute the people that meant a lot to me in my life, man. And like I said, man, I'm going to tell you over and over, you know, until we gray as hell, nigga, you meant a lot to me. Like I said, I did a lot off your back, man. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud you. So you're absolutely correct. So Leathernecks, man, let's stand up, man. Let's get together and have a blast, man. We young. We doing everything great. But let's get together, man. I'm all the way 1,000% agreeing with Eddie Joe. You heard it from the man mouth, the leader of the Leathernecks, man. With that being said, man, thank you for being on this bio with me, man. I couldn't have it without you, and we definitely gonna get together. But as soon as I get these highlights up, man, I'm probably gonna put it up, everything up, probably like on Saturday or Sunday. But I'm definitely gonna put this up, man. You're gonna be so smiling when you see yourself running through cats and breaking them like you did, man. But for the most part, from me to you and all the Leatherneck running backs, man, Eddie Joe, we thank you so much, G. And like I said, I appreciate you letting in your life. Other than just football, just being a real brother. You know what I'm saying? In life, you need that. And like I said, man, you rubbed everybody the right way, man. But you definitely the voice of the Leathernecks in my heart, dog. I really appreciate that, Eddie Joe.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Appreciate it.
We'll be talking real soon. And thank you for doing this with you, big bro.
All right, now y'all go on, man. Peace, baby.
Be careful, man.
All right.